Lake Tirico, Greg Olson ready to get the preseason started. Off we go here in New Orleans. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. Tyler Shough brings out this Saints offense. He was the third quarterback taken in last year's rookie class, number 40 overall out of Louisville.
You know, Mike, I think when we look back on a season ago, you know, one of the stories that definitely nationally was not probably covered enough just due to the teams and the win-loss record. But Kellen Moore, the first-time NFL head coach down in New Orleans with the Saints, and the play of the young rookie Tyler Shough. I mean, I don't think there was a lot of expectations along with him coming into the season, but he played really well. Now, the Saints have some work to do to be more competitive in the division and continue to improve that roster and some cap situation. But I'll tell you what, the young rookie was impressive, and him and Kellen Moore, I think they form a really good duo for years to come.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Shough. That's to his tight end, Juwan Johnson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Saints first down. A run here with Achane. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating out of the gun, this is Shough. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Whoa! And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
And the Jaguar first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Trying to punch it in with Tootin. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Jacksonville.
They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. That's hauled in at the 2. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tell you what, Mike, you can see the sideline. They got extra excited about this one. This is not a guy that we see tuck it and run very often. Option number 1 is throw it. Option number 2 is throw it. Option number 3 is throw it away. But he's getting down to like option 4 and 5, which is tuck it, see the end zone, and just go.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Saints getting set to go back to work. Doug Nussmeier, their offensive coordinator. His guys trail here in the first half as they're going to focus now on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. They'll go play action here with Chuck. There's Fant open right side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
5 yards on the play.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A run, and it's Achane. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's the former number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. To throw is Shuck. Pass caught left side by Fant. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Jaguars on top. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. Throwing is Shuck. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. Pass intended for Johnson, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
Shuck. Throw left side, that's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
21 yards.
First and 10.
For the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that pass falls incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
On the coverage.
Throwing again, Shuck. Pass is caught by Olave. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
14 yards.
First catch in this one for Olave. And it gives his guys a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. The air again is Shuck. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
The air once more. Shuck. That is caught. What a throw. Gordon Tyson. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now the try for an extra point. He knocks it through. Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. Woo! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They look to pick it up with Tootin.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to New Orleans. After this, line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again. 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Over the middle, it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. They're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Ladies.
The Saints offense and the wideout getting set to go once more.
How was school?
They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter.
Okay.
And get started with 1st and 10.
She said, I'm turning the light off. What's up, baby girl? How was the first day?
Good.
Oh, shucky. Y'all got y'all J's on.
Off the play fake, here's Shuck. That's deep for Olave. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 81 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion comes Thomas. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. First down throw there is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that one taken in with one hand. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down. Lawrence
from the gun here on 3rd down. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, and he sends it away. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Saints offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To the air is Shuck. That is over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he sets his guys up with a short field and a chance to tie up this game.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence now. Got his man at the 6. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
That is caught by the tight end, Brenton Stray. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shuck. Over the middle, complete to Tyson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.